There's no elegant way to get out of there. That's awesome.
Just north of Santa Barbara sits a town that feels like it dropped straight out of a Hans Christian Andersen novel, complete with windmills, cobblestones, and way too many pastries.
Oh, look at the little guy.
Join us as we explore the fairy tale town of Solvang, California. Lorena and I had driven past Solvang many times and made stops at Pea Soup Andersen's in Buellton quite a few times and never realized that just under 4 miles up the road was something out of a Danish dream. Solvang is a beautiful 35-mile drive north of Santa Barbara, California, through the Santa Inez Mountains. Solvang, Santa Inez, Los Olivos, and Buellton form somewhat of a wine triangle of cute little towns. We started driving past wineries and horse properties, and somehow we completely missed Santa Inez. We'll have to swing by next time. We had zero expectations for Los Olivos, but as we arrived in this immaculate little town, we knew this was going to be a great stop. We found a parking spot a few blocks from downtown and got started exploring. Every building in this downtown area was impeccably restored, and it was a beautiful day to be out walking.
All right, we have made it to Los Olivos. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that how I say that?
Yes.
And it is a cool little town in this wine triangle that we are exploring, and very, very trendy looking little place. Obviously, it's probably a very pricey place.
I would say it looks more upscale than everything around, and it's all about wine tasting, and there's a lot of nice restaurants around, a lot of fancy shops, so that kind.
Wine tasting and olive oil too, right?
I don't see olive oil tasting rooms, if I'm honest with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to look for one because I'd like to do some olive oil tasting.
Yeah, me too.
This old gas station on the corner was now a general store and wine tasting room.
Very cool.
It turns out most of the really cool old restored buildings were either restaurants or wine tasting rooms, or both.
There you go, right there, Lori.
Right there.
Olive Hill Farm, local and olive oil and balsamic vinegar tasting. Comes with bread.
We decided to explore everything first and then decide where we wanted to taste the local fare. We stumbled across this store that could be best described as an outdoor home decor / antique shop. If you have an outdoor space that needs a little something, they had it. From fountains to wind chimes and statues and even a giant Adirondack chair that we had to try. All right, Laura, you're gonna have to sit back a little bit in that chair.
Okay. Let's see if I can
Oh, that is awesome. We need to get one of these. It's kind of comfortable once you're in there. How do we get out of here? Can somebody help us? There's no elegant way to get out of there. That's awesome. Lorena has found her sign.
Here's the sign.
Of course, size matters. Who wants a small glass of wine? That is so you, Lori.
Right?
Look at this store back in here.
Oh, I'm looking even here, like the little fairy tale thing, the mermaid fountain. I love the mermaid fountain.
This is one of these crazy stores where you can wander around. There's just so much stuff. It's overload. Sensory overload. Just check this out. And the water and the wind chimes and everything going in here. It is cool.
There are only a few blocks in Los Olivos, and after checking out the beautiful parks, buildings, shops, and hotels, we focused on finding a spot to grab a snack. Lorena could try a wine, and I would taste the olive oils. Of course, Lorena would help with those as well.
Here you go. You can just grab a little piece of bread and dip it in there. And if you see any other flavor, we can also bring it up.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Of course.
Are you ready for some olive oil tasting?
Yes, are you prepared?
I am prepared. Check that out. Delicious. What do we got here? Let's go and spin it around. Tuscan herb, glazed
And
onion,
vinegars too.
balsamic, and then we have, oh, I see, it's a combination. Herb de Provence and green apple balsamic, and then Olive Hill Farm, blood orange and cranberry pear.
or maybe even 3
Luca
of the
and balsamic vinegar. All right, perfect.
oil.
Sweet.
There's the onion.
After our tasting, we headed back to the car. Los Olivos had a lot more to offer than we had planned for. We expected just a tiny little town with not much to do that would be more of a drive-through and leave kind of place, but we were pleasantly surprised that it had quite a few things to do. Okay, most of those things involved eating bread, tasting olive oil, drinking wine, and eating more things, but it was a nice place to walk around and spend a few hours during our afternoon visit. We did a quick drive-by the inn at Matea's Tavern on the way out of town and added yet another spot to our return visit list. As we drove a few more of the back streets, there was even more Victorian architecture and other odds and ends to see too. If you're in the area, you might want to add Los Olivos to your list. We did swing into Buellton to visit the 100-year-old pea soup Andersens and were disappointed to see it had all been boarded up, and we heard it was being torn down to make way for condos or a hotel. It's too bad, but progress doesn't always give us what we expect. I guess not enough people were buying pea soup. When we arrived back in Solvang, we did check out one thing to do with Santa Inez, and that was the Santa Inez mission.
This part of our adventure starts here at the Santa Inez mission.
Instead of the usual exit through the gift shop, this mission starts with you in the gift shop. This mission is of course tied to the other missions in California. Santa Inez mission is the 19th of 21 California missions established by the Franciscan Fathers. The Franciscan Padres established these missions in California to teach the native population, in this area the Chumash Indians, the Spanish culture and Christianity and a trade. This mission has a lot of very cool historic pieces throughout.
It always amazes me that they have to have a sign. This case has all of the different missions in it. Kind of cool, or representations of all the different missions. That's pretty neat.
Many of these missions have amazing outdoor garden areas, and this one is no different.
The gardens are gorgeous.
The chapel is currently undergoing a major renovation for earthquake and damage prevention, but we were still able to get a good look inside.
They're in the process of renovating. That particular mission doesn't have all of that ornate gold that we've seen in some of the others.
It's very simple, very hand painted, down to earth, like old school, like how it used to be. They used to have all the ornate stuff back then, and they kept it that way.
It's closed right now because they're doing, I guess, a retrofit for earthquake prevention to make sure that the mission can stay up. So pretty neat. Now we're just going to walk around the outside of the mission and through the gardens and maybe check out the cemetery.
Yes.
And it is absolutely gorgeous.
It's a beautiful day, beautiful grounds. Yeah, perfect.
The military used the missions as a source of provisions and manpower, although the Franciscan Padres did their best to keep the military from exploiting the population. At the end of 10 to 15 years, this mission was to become a pueblo, or town. The Chumash would receive lands, and the Padres would become parish priests. Santa Inez was founded by Father Esteban Tapiz on September 17, 1804. Father Jose Calzada and Father Romualdo Gutierrez remained at the mission to begin the building and teaching of the Chumash. They are buried under the altar of the church. Among the skills learned from the Padres and the Mexican settlers who came with the Padres were ranching, farming, weaving, leather making for boots and saddles, and candle making. The Chumash built the aqueduct to bring water from the Alamo Pintado River, 1.5 miles north, to the reservoir and the Lavanderia building by installing tile pipes. The first seminary in California, Our Lady of Refuge, was built at this mission in 1844 to train young men to become priests. In 1862, President Lincoln returns some of the mission Santa Inez to the Franciscans. Father Alexander Buckler arrived at the mission in 1904 and began to restore the mission. His niece, Mamie Goulet, later abbot, begins the restoration of vestments that had been discarded. Together, they physically rebuilt some of the mission buildings with the help from passing hobos who were housed in the garden. The bell tower was rebuilt after collapsing in 1911 with the help of some of the newly arrived Danish settlers. In 1924, the Capuchin Franciscan Fathers from Ireland are assigned to Mission Santa Inez and begin a massive renovation in 1947. They added the second story to the convento, which had been destroyed in the earthquake of 1812. They also created the museum and began cataloging the art and artifacts discovered at the mission. The Capuchin Franciscans continued today to serve the need of its parish members and the greater community.
Legendary mission grape.
That's pretty cool.
The next day, we drove our RV into Solvang, parked in the city parking lot a few blocks from downtown, and started exploring. We have never been to a real Danish village, or even Denmark for that matter, so we can't honestly tell you what they should look like. But Solvang, California is like stepping straight into a storybook version of Denmark, without ever leaving the sunshine of the Santa Inez Valley. The streets are lined with windmills, half-timbered buildings, and little shops that smell like butter and sugar. The town was founded in 1911 by Danish immigrants who wanted to create a piece of home in California, and they did it so well that it still feels like a European getaway today. Visitors from all over the United States, and from the accents we heard while we were there, visitors from all over the world come for the cozy bakeries serving warm able skeevers, the charming inns, and the horse-drawn trolleys clip-clopping down the streets. You can spend the day tasting local wine, checking out the quirky museums, or just wandering around taking pictures of the picture-perfect streets. Solvang is small, cheerful, and full of old-world charm, basically the kind of place where you forget your to-do list and just enjoy life for a while.
Lori is sipping wine under a windmill. That is pretty cool. And we are in what can only be described as a Danish dream. And it is home to the Hans Christian Andersen Museum, which we're going to check out in a little bit. We're in Solvang.
Yeah.
Solvang, California is a Danish community in the middle of kind of the, I guess, central California. And it is spectacular. We're gonna walk around town, show you guys a little bit more of the area.
We're gonna enjoy ourselves and just discovering town, and also in our way through, because they're also known for the pastries.
Yes, there was the one that we couldn't figure out. It was Kringle. And the only Kringle I knew was Kris Kringle, which is like Santa Claus. But I guess Kringle is a Danish pastry. So after Lorena's done sipping her wine and I'm done with my ginger beer, we're gonna go taste some Kringle.
And what's the name of the other pastry that's famous for here?
Yeah, we might have to try that. We found another pastry here, and I'm gonna murder it. So if you're Danish, you're gonna have to let me know. It's
Sorry.
Abelskiver or Abelskiver, something like that.
They're
So,
almost like donables, almost like beignets. They look like beignets.
yeah, they're like very beignet-like, but I could best describe them as really just a round dough, like a donut hole, I guess.
So, but we're gonna find out more once we try that.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that first, discover a little bit more of the town of Solvang. Cheers, Lori.
Cheers. Is it 5 o'clock somewhere?
It is 5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay.
After having drinks under a windmill, we wandered around Solvang a little more and then stumbled across the Solvang Vintage Motorcycle Museum. We had zero expectations for the Solvang Motorcycle Museum because we didn't even know it existed until we started wandering around. We were pleasantly surprised when we entered the building. The museum is located in the former Solvang Designer Outlet Center, now owned by Dr. Elings. They are in the former Brooks Brothers store, and the maple floors are still there. All right, the Solvang Motorcycle Museum was not on our list, but motorcycles. So
If you know Paul, he's into motorcycles.
yeah, so we're gonna take a quick look around here.
But enjoy a little bit the
Yeah,
motorcycles.
enjoy. This is gonna be cool.
Look at the fender of this one.
The motorcycles in the museum are from the private collection of Virgil Elings. He has been collecting motorcycles for 2 decades. The collection contains a wide variety of bikes ranging from a 1910 FN to the present and across all makes. I would say the collection leans towards racing motorcycles since Virgil and his son Jeff were involved in vintage motorcycle racing, both motocross and road racing. Virgil Elings is originally from Des Moines, Iowa. He earned his SB in mechanical engineering from Iowa State University in 1961 and his PhD in physics from MIT in 1966. He spent the next 20 years on the physics faculty of the University of California at Santa Barbara. While on a sabbatical leave in 1987, Elings co-founded Digital Instruments, which designs and sells scanning probe microscopes. These microscopes magnify objects 10 to 20 million times, enabling scientists to view materials at the atomic level. In 1998, the company was acquired and Ealings retired a year later. Today, he spends his time enjoying his retirement in addition to his philanthropic support of civic projects in Santa Barbara County, where he lives. At the museum, you will find names such as AJS, BMW, Ducati, Galera, Matchless, Moto Guzzi, MV, Norton, Triumph, Velocette, and Vincent. The museum rotates some of the bikes each month, so the bikes we saw may not necessarily be the ones you will see if you visit at a different time. I guess they could be different the next time we visit as well, so that's pretty cool.
Okay, the motorcycle museum was not a planned stop, but it was incredible. It was so good.
He is like a little kid right now.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Daniel, the guy that works there, he's a wealth of knowledge. And whatever question you have, he will answer. Doesn't matter what it is. He knows what it is.
Guy knew his bikes, and I thought I was a motorcycle enthusiast, but there were so many brands in there I had never even heard of. So that was really, really a great stop.
We're going to have to skip the Vikings Museum.
Yeah,
that
I
will
think
be
we're
for
gonna have
another
to
time.
skip Vikings Museum till the next time. Off we go back into downtown.
After checking out some amazing motorcycles, we headed back to the main part of Solvang to see what else we could find. Of course, you can't have a Danish village without a Hans Christian Andersen museum. Is it Hans or Hans, like Han Solo? I don't know. We'll go with Hans. Inside a fun little downtown bookstore, you'll find the Hans Christian Andersen Museum, a small but well-done space that celebrates the Danish author known for writing many plays, travelogues, and so many classic stories. We actually didn't realize Andersen's writings were the inspiration behind many of our favorite Disney classics like The Little Mermaid, The Ugly Duckling, and the huge hit Frozen. Now we know. The museum feels like exploring an old attic full of treasures than a fancy museum with old books, drawings, and keepsakes that bring Andersen's world to life. It's free to visit, which is great since you'll probably want to spend your money on fresh Abelskivers, you know, those famous Danish pancakes we were talking about earlier, once you're done with the museum. You'll learn about Andersen's love of travel, his simple beginnings, and how his imagination changed the way fairy tales are told. It's a perfect little stop that fits perfectly with Solvang's cute streets and sweet treats.
Oh, all these people having a good time. They have these things called the Mokies, M-O-K-E. They're like an electric, basically it's a golf cart. And people go cruising around town in them having a good old time. And these people here are really having a good time. That is awesome. Gotta love that.
After enjoying a couple of museums and a lot of walking, we decided it was time for an afternoon snack.
So what do you think of Solvang?
Literally everywhere you look, every store, every parking lot, every restroom, every bank, everything is like that Danish look.
Yeah,
everywhere.
like she's not kidding. That back there is a bar restaurant inn, Danish looking. This is literally public parking and a restroom, public restrooms, Danish building. This is an Italian restaurant, Danish looking. Down there is the Hamlet Inn, Danish looking. And then we're at the Solvang Brewing Company, which is also Danish looking. So yes, everything here is Danish. Thank you very much. Okay, what isn't Danish looking are the French fries. They just look delicious. French fries with Parmesan cheese.
Follow his fries.
Gotta have my fries, baby.
Do you show the windmill? How pretty it is?
After our snack, it was time to walk it off and do some more exploring. Ooh, how cool is this guy's dog? You'll want to give yourself a full day in Solvang minimum to be able to see and do everything. You may need more than one day if you want to take it all in. the Danish architecture, Danish pastries, shopping and dining, wine sampling, the blend of Danish and American culture, visit historic churches, take in a play under the stars at the Solvang Festival Theater, or enjoy one of the many annual events that take place each year in Solvang. Maybe it's time to start planning your trip and checking these attractions and things to do off your list.
Okay, we just went into the bakery back there. I can't remember what the name of it was. And they did have Kringle there. But it's enormous.
Massive.
Yeah, and so
massive.
that is not something that we're gonna be able to eat. So we're not going to do that. We are gonna go over to another bakery called the Danish Mill and see if they have smaller Kringle. I have a feeling that's just the size of it.
Well, if not, we're just gonna get what
Go
everybody
ahead.
eats here.
Say it, Lori.
I can't remember.
Say it.
Apple something?
Abelskiver or Abelskiver. Something like that, we don't know. We're heading over to the Danish Mill Bakery and see if they have Abelskiver, because that place didn't even have it. So, or they didn't have any left. Look at this, this is cool.
Oh, it's Danish Mill Bakery.
All right, let's try this one. Oh, this place is really cool looking.
I don't think it's gonna be any much smaller.
No, it's not any smaller. It's huge. Well, we're not going to be able to do that. So, oh, there's the Danish Abelskiver or Abelskiver. So we're gonna have to ask them how you actually say it.
Yeah, we do.
Ooh, that apple cinnamon bread looks incredible.
See how the other one is upside down and they did the whole thing upside down? It's more like a pull apart.
Oh man, all this stuff looks great too.
Yeah, but look what they have.
Oh, I was looking right at them. Kringle slices.
And look at this too.
And then what's Kringle? Kringle cage? Kringle Kagi? Who knows?
Cage.
But I think we should get that because that looks like the just mini of the
It's a slice of that.
of
big
the
one.
slice of that. Yeah. You want to do that?
Yep.
And I don't think I can do Abelskivers too because I am absolutely full after the French fries.
I agree with you. Let's limit ourselves.
Okay, Lorena, let's break out the Kringle.
It looks good.
It does look good. So
I like coffee pastries, so it does look good.
looks like it's got apple or something inside of it. We should have
Yes.
probably asked that.
Yeah, we didn't
And
ask
are those
anything.
almond slices?
Yes, on top.
Almond slices on
But yeah,
top.
there's definitely something inside of it. It's like all flaky, but there's something. I don't know if you can see.
Something inside. I'm gonna go with apple. That's what it looks like.
I'm
And
gonna go with like an almond paste.
we did find out that it's called Abelskiver, but we're not gonna get that because we're so stuffed after fries.
They
and
look
stuff
good
from
though.
earlier,
We
but they
set
do
them
look good.
around.
Yeah, maybe we'll try if we're in the area another day. Try those.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. To the Kringle, the fresh smell of Kringle. Oh, that's good.
Like an almond paste inside. Pretty good though.
I guess we can probably look that up.
Now I need like a little cappuccino next to it.
Yeah, you should have got coffee or something.
We were losing daylight, so we made our way to Central Park in Solvang to check out the bronze bust of Hans Christian Andersen.
Here is Hans Christian Andersen. Presented to the community of Solvang by the Friends of Denmark. This monument of Hans Christian Andersen, Denmark's renowned fairy tale writer, was created by Henry Lockau Nielsen of Copenhagen, Denmark.
Wait, I'll give you Christian. I wouldn't like it.
And then our day in Solvang was slowly coming to an end as the sun set on this Danish dream. This wasn't goodbye, but until next time, because we knew we would be back to spend more time in this quaint little town.